In this episode, I want to shift gears from my bike as a metaphor for a business and ask you to think of your business as a race car. I specifically want to focus on the chassis of your race car and make sure that it's positioned to go fast over the long term. Are you ready to nail down a win on stage 18 of this year's Tour de Profit? Let's get into it.
Welcome to Why Business Teams Fail and How to Avoid It, a show helping small business owners build a radically engaged team that can run the business without you so you can remove the stress from owning a business and enjoy the freedom you deserve. Now, here's your host, Rich Allen.
Today you'll learn that every business has a chassis, and to understand it, you must understand business math. That once you understand how the business math works, you'll be able to accelerate faster than your toughest competition, and that focusing on 5 very simple metrics in your business will determine how fast your business will grow. Here's my question for you this week. Is your business built on a solid chassis? Sometimes I go a bit overboard using my bike as a business metaphor, so when I ask you about your business chassis, you may be a bit confused. A bike doesn't have a chassis, so why would I be mixing metaphors? Well, today I feel compelled to use a race car metaphor. Stick with me on this and let me see if it makes sense to you. If you want your business to go really fast, you need to make sure your business chassis is rock solid. Everything on a car is built on the chassis. It's the foundational part of a vehicle. Our assignment today on stage 18 of this year's Tour de Profit is to make sure we know and understand how the fundamental parts of our business work from a business math perspective. You've probably been asked before, how good are you at math? It seems to be a good question to determine whether you're a nerdy, detailed-minded numbers person or not. If your answer is yes, then you probably can handle complex numbers, do calculations in your head, and make sense of data. If your answer is no, then you probably are more creative, free-flowing, good at visualizing, and have strong intuition and have a great personality. But my question today isn't intended to put you into one of these boxes. I'm not asking to see if you like things more than people or if you're more of an introvert than an extrovert. My question is trying to help you see that success in business has a lot to do with understanding how business math works. You see, I believe that anyone can be successful in business, whether you think logically or are more feeling-based, whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, whether you like things or you like people. But there's one thing you must be good at, and that's understanding the math of business, because the math of business is the foundational chassis of every business. Let me be quick to add that this doesn't mean you need to know accounting or be a good bookkeeper. It doesn't mean you know how to do your own taxes or be able to calculate your margins in your head. Business math is actually quite simple, yet far too many business owners either don't understand it or they simply don't give it any attention. Yet I believe if every business owner truly understood business math, they would be far more intentional and would be way more focused on the factors that influence their success in business. Let me start with a simple rule that we all learned back in 3rd grade. When your first teacher started teaching you math in school, one of the earliest principles they taught you was about the equal sign. It's the 2 horizontal lines that turn a set of numbers into an equation. You probably started with something like 2 plus 2 equals 4, with the idea being that the numbers on both sides of the equal sign must equal or have the same value. This simple formula or equation allows us to make sense of many of the numbers we learn when our parents are teaching us to count. And not long after you learn that what precedes the equal sign must have the same value of what follows the equal sign, you were also taught that if you want to change what follows the equal sign, you must change what precedes the equal sign. Said another way, if you want the outcome or what follows the equal sign to be greater, you must change the inputs or what precedes the equal sign. This is a fundamental rule that still applies today, and it applies directly to the concept of business math. Here's how. In business, we all want three things: more customers, more revenues, and more profits. Think about that for a minute. It's not complicated, but it is profound. As a business owner, our goal is to serve more people, more customers, and as a result, we'll receive more payments, more revenues, and if we continue to get more efficient at serving our customers, we'll have more left over after paying our bills, more profits. In business math, the three things that follow the equal sign are customers, revenues, and profits. Make sense so far? So now let's go back to the rule we were taught back in grade school. If you want to change what follows the equal sign, you must change what precedes the equal sign. So in our business math equation, what precedes customers? What precedes revenue? And what precedes profits? If we know what these things are, then we can impact or change those things, and as a result, we'll change how many customers we have, how much revenues we have, and how much profits we make. So let's take them one at a time. What precedes customers in our equation? The number of customers we have is the result of two factors: how many leads we generate and our conversion rate, the percentage of the leads that we convert into a paying customer. Leads times conversion rate gives us numbers of customers. So the first two metrics that we must track in our business is how many leads are we generating on a daily or weekly basis, and how well are we converting those leads into customers. Now that we know how many customers we have, we can turn our focus to our revenues. When our customers buy from us, they buy an average ticket price, meaning that we can calculate how much on average our customers spend each time they do business with us. If you have a coffee shop, your average ticket price may be $4.50. If you sell custom draperies, your average ticket price may be $2,500. Each business is different, but you must know your average ticket price. Secondly, our customers buy from us on an average frequency. I call this frequency of purchase. Again, if you have a coffee shop, your customer's frequency of purchase may be 2 times per week or 100 times per year. Or if you sell custom drapery, your average customer frequency may be 2 times a year. Each business is different, but this is a number you should know and track regularly. So, to get our revenues, we simply take our number of customers and multiply that by our average ticket price and multiply that by our frequency of purchase for the period. Lastly, we need to know how to calculate our profits. And to do this, we simply start with our revenues and multiply them by our profit margin. So our business math formula is leads times conversion rate to get our number of customers, customers times average ticket price times frequency of purchase to get our total revenues, and revenues times profit margin to get our total profits. If you're tracking with me, there are 5 critical metrics that you need to be tracking and measuring regularly to win in business: number of leads, conversion rate, average ticket price, frequency of purchase, and profit margin. By simply knowing these 5 numbers, you can build strategies in your business to improve each of these individual numbers. And here's the hidden secret in how business math works. If you do this math for your business today so you know where you're starting, and then you simply work on increasing each of these 5 metrics by just 10% over this next year, your profits from your business will not increase by just 10%. Because each of these metrics are multiplied by the other, leads multiplied by conversion rate, multiplied by average ticket price, multiplied by frequency of purchase, multiplied by profit margin, a 10% increase in each of these 5 metrics will result in a 61% increase in your profits. Don't believe me? Well, do this calculation on your business today, then calculate how many leads you would have if you increase your leads next year by 10%. Then calculate what your conversion rate would be if you improved it by 10% next year. Then calculate what your average ticket price would be if you could increase it by 10% next year. Then calculate what your frequency of purchase would be if you could improve that by 10% next year. And then calculate what your profit margin would be if you could improve it by 10% next year. You'll find that the profits would be 61% higher than they were the past year. But the sad truth is, most business owners don't know how to do business math, and as a result, they don't track these 5 critical metrics. But now you do, and now you will track these 5 metrics, right? Seriously, if you want to make your business grow like never before, just apply this formula, identify the strategies to grow each of these 5 areas by just 10%, and your business will soon be far too big to fit into your current space, no matter whether you're working out of your spare bedroom or you own your own building. As we wrap up today's podcast, let me leave you with these simple thoughts. Number 1, if you want your business to go fast and grow fast, you need to understand the business chassis that fuels business growth. Number 2, as business owners, we all want more of 3 things: more customers, more revenues, and more profits. And number 3, to get these 3 outcomes, you must focus on 5 specific business math measures that will drive your results: number of leads, conversion rate, average sale price, frequency of purchase, and profit margin. If you'd like some additional support as we ride this Tour to Profit race, or want to tap into our free resources, simply go to my website, tourtoprofit.com. You'll find everything you need there. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to tune in next week when we're going to discuss Stage 19, harnessing the power of your business chassis. You won't want to miss it. Now, go make it a great week, and whatever you do, ride hard.
Thank you for listening to Why Business Teams Fail and How to Avoid It. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends so you don't ever miss an episode. Now go make it a great week, and whatever you do, ride hard.